Hi guys, I've had heaps of requests to make my fruit tarts. For those that have tried them already know how delicious they are. Everyone seems to think they're really hard to make, but I just want to show you how easy they are to make. You can see here there's one that I've actually prepared earlier, and I just made this in a loose base tart tin and just decorated it with fresh berries, Thermomix, custard made in no time, and you've got a beautiful dessert to put on the table. I'll also go on to show you how to make some individual ones. So I hope you enjoyed this video. For those that weren't able to get onto the Zoom cooking class at 11, I hope that you guys will enjoy what you missed out on. I'm going to start off with doing our creme patissiere, and this is a recipe that I like. I've had it for ages, and it's from one of the older cookbooks, and I still tend to use it. It's from the Everyday Cookbook. It's not on Cookie Do, but I will give you the recipe as we go. So I'm going to add 60 grams of white sugar, and I've got some lemon peel in here as well. So just some lemon rind, and pop that in there. You can pop in your flour as well. I've got 60 grams of plain flour. And the reason I like this recipe, it's a little bit thicker and it makes it really easy to pipe your tarts, pipe profiteroles, and it just holds its form really, really well as well. Okay, so we've got our lid on, measuring cup in, 10 seconds, on speed 10. I still get wowed by this process of milling sugar. It's great, you don't have to buy different types of sugar, one type of sugar. You can mill it to caster sugar, mill it to icing sugar, and you've got sugar on hand all the time. Okay, you saw it earlier. If you could smell this and the lemon rind in it, it is absolutely beautiful. Put that in there. Next we're going to add 500 grams of milk. So we'll just slide across to our scales, hit our scales and add 500 grams. Whoops, a little bit over, but that's all good and well. And then I'm going to add 2 eggs. So we'll just pop those in there, like so. Pop our lid back on. And we're going to cook this now for 7 minutes. 90 degrees. On speed 4. Now we do have a thickening mode on the Thermomix, but I just old habits I guess, and I just keep going back to this. But the thickening mode is great for your custards, for your gravy, for your hollandaise sauces. And I just love that with the Thermomix, you're not there stirring for ages, and we get a perfectly lump-free, velvety custard each time. And you get right in there and get it all out. You can see how thick that is, and that's what you want. We'll pop that in the fridge, and that will even thicken a little bit more in the fridge. That lemon smells divine, so fresh. Okay, so I'll put that aside. The other thing to have on hand when you're making custard is some cling wrap. And the reason for that is, we're going to cling wrap it, but make sure that the cling wrap actually sits on the custard. Okay, because we're going to put this in the fridge to set, we don't want the custard to form a skin. So this will prevent your custard from forming a skin. If it forms a skin and then you go to pipe it, you're going to have lumps and bits in your custard, which you don't want. Okay, so I'll put that aside, that'll go in the fridge, and we'll come back to that. The next thing we're going to do is quickly make our pastry. So we will search Cookie Do, and the recipe that I'm using is sweet short crust pastry. How's everyone's hand at making pastry? Has everyone given it a go? I can't hear you, but pop it in the chat and let me know. Because a lot of people are afraid of pastries. I don't know why, because Thermomix makes it so easy. So we'll type in so sweet okay, sweet short crust pastry. Okay, we'll start cooking, and it's going to be as easy as this. So we've got 100 grams of sugar. I'm using raw sugar at this time. Next, we're going to insert our measuring cup into the lid, place that on there, and we know what this is going to do. We're going to mill our sugar. It's okay, so let's go next? We're going to add 200 grams of unsalted butter, which I've just cubed up. Make sure that it's cold, because that's going to help our pastry. I'm looking a bit clumsy because I'm working from behind. Okay, 370 grams of plain flour. Always make sure your scales are tared and back to 0. And we'll just add our flour in. Got 370. Let's go next. We're going to add 1 egg. Now I've already cracked the egg. The best place to crack your egg on your Thermomix is just on the top of your handle here. You'll get a nice clean break each time. A pinch of salt. Next, and we've got half a teaspoon, 1.5 teaspoons of homemade vanilla sugar. Have you guys made your own vanilla bean sugar? It's very easy. I've got a jar which all I do is fill it up with caster sugar. And I don't know if you can see, I've got a split vanilla bean, and that just sits in your caster sugar and it will infuse it. So there's no need to buy pre-made vanilla sugar, make it yourself. Okay, so we've got our sugar in. Next, insert our measuring cup. Next, and this is now just going to knead or mix for 25 seconds on speed 5. So, let you see what our pastry looks like. See that? Perfect. Turn it upside down onto your Thermomat, and at the base of your Thermomix bowl you'll notice a little spindle here. That's just your blades. By spinning that, it will just help release your pastry, and you can see that it's all come out. Your bowl's nice and clean. Okay. All you need to do is bring that together like so. Flatten it out a little bit. Roll it up in your Thermomat, and that will sit in the fridge for an hour. Okay. And then we'll be ready to work on that in an hour. So I've already prepared it, so we'll leave that aside for now. So this is one that I prepared earlier. So I've already rolled it out. I don't know if you can see the thickness of it. The thickness of your pastry should be about 5 millimeters. Okay, so that's it there. I will just roll it out a little bit more. And it's a beautiful silky pastry. Can you guys all see that? Okay, then what I do is I use an 8 centimeter round cutter for the tin that I have. Okay, and I like to use the fluted edge. I just think it gives a little bit of detail on the side, on the edges. Okay, and then all you do is go through and cut your pastry. Okay, now the tin that I am using is a fluted tin. And you can see the little ridges on that. So all you do then is just pop those in there and press them down. And it's really important after you've cut all your pastry to grab a fork and make sure that you pierce it well. That will prevent any air bubbles from arising when you actually bake it. So just pierce it. You can see that. Just pierce your base, and that will stop any air bubbles developing. Okay, so now I will actually go through and finish cutting these, bake them, and then I'll be back a little bit later and show you how to assemble them all. While I was waiting to go on is I got a bit of apricot jam, and I've just heated, I just zapped it in the microwave, and this is actually going to be the glaze for our fruit. So you know when you go to a patisserie or a cake shop, their fruit looks really bright and vibrant. It's just because they glaze it with some sort of jam, and I've always got apricot jam in the house, so this is what I use. Alright, so what I've got is my Thermomix piping bag. I'm very passionate about my Thermomix items from the mix shop. So I've actually put our custard in here already. Okay, just make sure that there's no air. Try and get all your custard down into the bag, and it's just really a gentle. Can you see that? Everyone see that? If you don't have a piping bag, you can spoon it in. And what I love about fruit tarts is that you can make the pastry the day before. You can make your custard the day before. I always have it sitting in my piping bag ready to go, my custard shells ready to go, and then it's just a matter of assembling them on the day. Okay, My kids have come out, they're eagerly awaiting because I said that they can actually try these. So they're just behind the camera, eagerly waiting. Okay, so that's how quick and easy it is to pipe them. Okay, I've just got some fruit cut up. You can pick whatever you like. I've got some strawberries. So I actually love leaving the green on. I just think it looks really nice for presentation. So you can pop a strawberry. So one down that way, and then I normally sometimes do one facing the other way. We can do some with some raspberries. Got some blackberries. Another strawberry in there. Blueberry, strawberry, and they just present really well. I mean, I'm one that loves bringing homemade gifts to people, so like if we get invited out, I love preparing stuff from scratch and bringing it. I think it just shows a bit of extra love. People think that I've gone to so much effort, but you can see today really how easy it was and very effortless. So there's a few that I've just made up there, and I can't really tilt them too much because I don't want them to slide off the board. Okay, so now I've just got my apricot jam that I heated and I actually strained, and then it's just a matter, I feel like this one needs a bit of a blueberry, some extra colour there, so I'll pop that in there like that. And then it's just a matter of glazing them. So you can see that I'm working backwards, so a little bit harder. But it just gives them a nice shine. And it actually helps the fruit stay on the custard as well. And that is it. There's our beautiful fruit tarts. Kids, who wants to try one?
Me.
Come on. They've been waiting all morning. So these are my two little ones. My youngest 2 of 7, and they love thermomixing with me. So there you go. Should I try one as well? I think I'm going to try one as well. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Okay, it is a beautiful pastry. Okay, take me off mute, take me off camera so I can finish eating this in peace and quiet. No, so that's how easy it is. Delicious. The custard is smooth, lump-free. It holds its form really nice. My oven's going in the background. The fruit's beautiful and fresh. The tart bases, if you could taste them and just feel how crisp that they are to eat, it is beautiful. So I would advise all of this to give it a go, and you'll impress everybody with them. Okay? So I just pulled out the tarts that I put in the oven earlier, and they're ready to go now. So these will keep in an airtight container for probably a good 2 weeks. So it doesn't mean we're going to eat all these tarts, put them away. All I have to do now is make another batch of custard a little bit later, fill them, and they're ready to eat. So having them on hand ready to go is great.